Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Always down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, been holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing. If you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. It's time for a girl on time. It's time for
Aaron, welcome. I was all nervous. I saw that it's Aaron's first night here as a member, green name, and I clicked all the wrong buttons there at the beginning. So thank you for your patience. Oh, William. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I hope everybody's doing well today. Chris Engleby was here earlier. I love it when you guys check in early. Jay, let's see if Jay gets back what they got at the grocery store. Courtney, don't feel terrible about plundering a lychee tree, but I would say ask first, because it is a lot of the time, like we used to have a house that had a lot of fruit trees, and we were happy to pass that on to everybody else that wanted to actually pick the fruit. So I don't know though. Anyways, so hi Aaron, welcome. And everybody else. Sashina's here too. Woohoo! Alana's here too. Woohoo! Tired from cleaning all day. That was my yesterday. Not my today. Today I did pretty good, but I also just didn't do the same. Anyways, whatever. I did find us a new court to watch. I haven't watched it yet, so we may be pleasantly surprised like we have been before. We won't know yet until we try it. 007 is here. Perfect. Thank you guys for checking in. Make sure that you've clocked in for your shift by hitting the like button. That is the best way to help the channel right now. Yeah, even I didn't believe it when I said that. It's true, but oh my goodness, a call-in raid after Heather's birthday. Oh, welcome everybody. If you are just getting here, even if you're a grizzly old fart, please make sure that you pop into the chat, say hello, tell us what you had for dinner. If you didn't like what you had for dinner, tell us what you wish you had for dinner, and make sure to subscribe. I was hoping for 2K by the end of May, but I don't know if we're going to get there or not. But you might be able to help us do that. Thank you so much, and happy birthday to Heather. I'm so glad. I hope that it's not a call-in rage. But you know what, Lizette? I can handle it. I can handle it if it is. Okay, I love seeing the dinners. Thank you, Julie. We are going to watch I'm just joking with you, Lizette. So yeah, we are going to watch some new court today. We're going to find out together what it's all about. Let's get started.
Yes, I have all.
How do I back out of it?
Okay, sure.
Oh, there you go. Okay, and now I'm gonna invite.
Now she's inviting. We're getting a different angle from this. Chips and dip sounds delicious. Okay, I brought a dessert. I will share it with you if you can get here. Girl, okay, so this is strawberries that I sliced up. Oh, got another angle. And I know some people are going to be weirded out by this, but I am
Yes,
putting...
Judge.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Sir. So I am gonna put sour cream on these strawberries. I know it sounds crazy, but just trust me with this. If you can have this dessert at home, you will also be happy. So you put sour cream on it. Sour cream is the nectar of the gods in some ways. And then some brown sugar sprinkled on top, all over it. And you have the best dessert around. Oh, Heather, you are welcome. Happy birthday. We appreciate you too. And look at Tom gifting memberships. That's a good reminder. First of all, I'll say thank you. Make sure that gifting is turned on in honor of Heather's birthday at the very least. So anyways, like I said, strawberries, sour cream, brown sugar. I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but so good. I don't know, Courtney. We're gonna find out together. Every courtroom has its own little quirks, doesn't it, Colette? And that's part of why I love finding new ones. Like, I always find it really interesting that the judge looks over the shoulder of a lot of the clerks, because I would not like to sit like that, but that's just me. Lizette, 4 months, a member. Thank you. Okay, and then and welcome to everybody. Again, thank you for being here. I'm scrolling through. I know, Courtney, you don't like sour cream, but it is delicious. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. This won't be a mukbang. But I am going to try it. So basically, sour cream and brown sugar just make deliciousness. It's so good.
Benson,
Good afternoon, yes, sir.
okay. Portal call 24DV73, Davion Benson appearances.
Tom O'Connor for the.
And now, Mr. Benson, what's your date of birth?
It's 11/08 of 92.
And do you read and do you write the English language?
Yes, sir.
Now, the purpose of this hearing is to advise you of the charges filed against you, go
Yes,
over
sir.
the possible penalties and your rights in the proceeding, and then we'll enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Do
Okay.
you have your own attorney?
At this moment, no, sir.
Do you plan on hiring one?
I believe so, depending on the public defender status or however the process goes.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you today in this hearing. And then you file a financial affidavit, and then if you're unable to get your own attorney, we'll revisit making that probably.
Revisit that possibly. Thank you, thank you. Also, that sounds delicious, Vic. Really good. That is a really good dinner looking. I know he does look like he's resting on the table a little bit. Yes, happy Memorial Day, and thank you to all of soldiers or military. What I don't know how to say it. You know what I mean. In Canada, we have Remembrance Day in November. Our May holiday is called Victoria Day, after Queen Victoria, I think. Thank you, Sashimi. So also, and thank you to all the veterans, all that stuff. I don't know which court this is. If anybody can catch the flag back there, maybe. But I don't know. Which court it is. Somebody asked earlier. It was Cellulite Yoga Pants. I forget. I could probably look. I download indiscriminately.
Perfect for the case.
Okay, great.
Is that okay with you?
That sounds great, sir.
Okay, now, the public defender is here in court with us right now.
How are you?
Yes, thank you. Judge, do you want me to fill out an order of appointment or just defer that?
Yeah, order of appointment. And you can, there's a place on there to put just for today. Should be.
No, but I can make a note.
Now, you've been charged with 3 counts. They are as follows. Count 1, domestic battery, bodily harm, a class A misdemeanor. Alleging that on 24th day of May, 2024, you knowingly and without legal justification caused bodily harm to Ariel Alvey, a family or household member, that you choked her in violation of Illinois law. Class 2 is domestic battery, bodily.
Illinois. I knew it was a new state, even. I knew it. Illinois, ladies and gentlemen. This is Illinois. Ooh, smoked a brisket. That's funny. But yes, Illinois. Look at us learning together.
Bodily harm, class A misdemeanor, and that same date and time, same person, you made contact of an insulting or provoking nature. And count 3, theft, class A misdemeanor, on the same day, 24 May 2024. You exerted unauthorized control of the property of another belonging to Ariel Avery, being a phone, and intended to deprive the owner permanently of the use or benefit of the property in violation of Illinois law. Now, these 3 counts, all being class A misdemeanors, are punishable up to 364 days in public safety building, 2 years probation, and a maximum fine of $2,500. Now, you have a right to a jury trial or a bench trial in this matter. You have a right to counsel, and the state has to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. We're going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf at this time. And I'm going to ask the state to provide for me a probable cause problem.
Thank you, Your Honor. This defendant and the victim were in the beginning stages of a dating relationship on the night in question, the 24th of May, leading into the morning of the 25th of May. He went to her residence and they had consensual sex. They ended that. They began other activities. At some point, he said he wanted to continue or re-engage in sexual activities. She did not want to. He pushed himself on her. At some point, she has seizures. She blacked out. She woke up telling him.
Hold on. What? What did he just say? That she had a seizure or she has seizures? That's so different. I have a lot of questions.
That she did not want to have sex. He forced himself upon her. He made certain statements to her and made her do certain sexual acts, eventually choking her to the point where she nearly blacked out. She left the apartment under a ruse, called the police. Police got to the apartment, spoke with her, found the defendant, found the defendant a few blocks away, wearing the same clothes he was, and it looks like the same clothes he's wearing now. He was pretending to go door to door, trying to help people with their electric bill or something like that. When the police caught him, he denied having any encounter with the victim. There is Facebook records, and the victim did go to the hospital for what's commonly referred to as the rape kits. Judge, the investigation as to sexual acts continue. It's likely there'll be additional charges on Tuesday. But for now, we have enough evidence to charge him with domestic battery. Oh, also, her phone went missing.
Phone's in her house. Under her bed. The phone's under her bed. I didn't see the
You
church.
say, anything you say,
Dumb. Oh, you're so fucking dumb. Oh, you're so fucking dumb. Oh, I love it when they incriminate themselves. Oh, ah, he's so stupid. The phone's under her bed. Oh. Sorry, it is not a laughing matter. Let me be clear. Non-consensual anything is not acceptable. That if you learn about me, you'll learn that's not cool with me. But this is a court channel, and I just it tickles me when they just, I'm like, wow, he's doing a real good job. Like, even though he's going back and forth, he is at least being quiet. But again, there we go. There he goes. Admitting to being there, to putting her phone somewhere. Hi, Sherry. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, self-snitching time.
it will be used against you when they review charges against you on Tuesday. You don't want them to add another crime to the list, or
Continue, Counselor.
In any case, that's the factual basis for the domestic battery and the theft. The defendant's criminal history is currently on probation in Winnebago County for a felony class 4 DUI. There are two cases, one out of Arizona, one out of Ohio. The specific case numbers are unknown to the people at this time, but a conviction for a criminal trespass and a conviction for a falsification. I don't know what that is, but those are both misdemeanors. 2018 conviction for possession of stolen motor vehicle, served 3 years Department of Correction. 2018 conviction for public indecency. I don't know the nature of that act, but it seems that it might have bearing on this case. We'll have those reports ready for Tuesday. 2017 conviction for an aggravated battery with a police officer, and a 2017 conviction for assault out of Ohio. Based on his criminal history and the nature of the case, the people are seeking detain the defendant.
The court finds from the evidence presented, it appears that there is probable cause that the offenses charged were committed, that the defendant committed the offenses. We'll schedule the next hearing date on your case this is going to be for August 22nd, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 1B. We'll give notice. And now, I want to advise you, you need to show up for all your appearances and to be sure and show up for your trial. If you fail to show up for your trial, sir, you could be tried in your absence. You could also be sentenced in your absence. Do you understand these warnings?
Yes, sir.
Now, the state has filed a motion to detain, and the court finds that the defendant was arrested without a warrant. I found probable cause in this matter.
Mikey, I found a new court in a new state. Look at us. I hope you're doing well. Also, Aaron, Streamlabs is our friendly chat bot. So while I think it's hilarious calling lurkers out, people are putting in the lurk command. So also, welcome Credence and Mikey. If you guys haven't checked out their channel, they're close to 50K, and you should definitely subscribe. I think, yeah, the link's going to pop up in the chat.
Petition was filed this date, May 26, 2024. The petition complies with the statutory requirements, and the offenses charged are eligible for detention. Does the defense want to move to continue this matter?
yes, Your Honor, that will be Tuesday morning, is that correct?
It'll be May 28th, Tuesday, 2024, and that'll be at what time?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
In what courtroom, I'm sorry? What 107?
107.
Thank you.
1 o'clock, 1:07. Now, pending resolution of the petition, the court's going to order the defendant be held in jail and you'll be transported to that hearing on Tuesday at 1 o'clock in courtroom 107. Anything further, counsel?
No, thank you.
No, Your Honor.
Order to enter the initial appearance order. Yes, here's the charges.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm not sure how to fill this out. Are we going to be representing him throughout or just for the detention hearing or?
Well, let's do it this way. I first said, look, this day, but your form doesn't really provide that. I'm just going to appoint you throughout. If he
Thank you.
is able to get his own attorney, take that up later.
I think that's probably the best one. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Let's see. So, what is happening for me today, Your Honor?
You're gonna be held in jail until Tuesday, and then you'll be brought over here for a detention hearing to determine whether you should be released or not, and if so, on what conditions, okay? That concludes your hearing, sir.
Let's see. Grayson.
Orenthal Grayson.
I don't think he can believe it. Okay. So I'm glad though he is being held without bail. I think that's probably the right call here. At least it's only till Tuesday. That's really quick. A lot of the other jurisdictions that we hear take a lot longer. A lot longer. Yeah, guess the crime. That last guy had a bad record. It was not good. Again, I've said this before. I do not watch these usually beforehand, so I don't know. But we can guess the crime. Put your guesses in the chat. You can guess as many times as you want. You can be silly. You can be serious. We love to change our minds around here. But if you get it right, be prepared to be excited. It feels good. And yeah, also Streamlabs is, it can get busy in the chat, but it's a lot of fun. So ask if you have any questions. And I really hope that's not it. Is that illegal, changing the tire and the median? I don't even know. All right, let's figure it out.
You want to state your full name and date of birth, sir?
James Grayson.
Date of birth?
2178.
And you're here on a warrant, which there's no bond on the warrant. It's an in-state warrant. So we're going to give you a pretrial hearing time. That's going to be July 15th at 9 a.m. in courtroom 4B here at the Vermillion County Courthouse. You'll get written notice of that. Anything further?
No.
That'll conclude your hearing this morning, or this afternoon, sir.
Another copy of the warrant.
Two copy. Have a seat. He gets pre-trial.
Keep on reading.
Read.
That one was less than satisfactory.
Judge, this case was filed as the lead case, is there a DT file?
I file. It could be citations, like.
There's my involvement with this case was reviewing it for felony charges. I declined to charge the defendant with threatening a public official. There was a DUI, which I assume had been filed through.
Threatening a public official? That's an unusual crime. Yeah, Sherry, we just try and guess. It's very impromptu, but it's fun. So we're trying to guess what this dude did, and it sounds like he is charged with threatening a public official. It took a minute for that to register. That is not something we hear normally. But again, this is a new state for us, so we will be hearing lots of new things, I would imagine. Yeah, Interesting.
Regular paperwork. Looks like it has not. Assuming that's the case, I think that we're gonna have to, file an information and police defendant today, file an information, send notice. And
So basically, there's no charges.
yeah, I think that's
So there's no conditions. He's just gonna be released with no charges.
correct.
Okay, you understand that, sir?
Yeah.
You're gonna be released today. As of this time, no charges have been filed. Now, there may well be charges filed, but as of right now, there aren't any. So I'm gonna order you to be released since no charges have been filed. Okay?
Yeah.
Now conclude the matter.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a big D for dismissal. Doesn't mean it can't come back, but if you're a member, you will have a big D emoji. Man, big D. We love that. Wow. Great question, Marie.
Princess Robinson.
I swore he just said Princess Royalty. That can't be. What in the heck? I'm gonna go back. Try and go back. If somebody knows how to make StreamYard go back and forth like 5 or 15 seconds easily, tell me, but I don't think you can. So we're 30 seconds, so we have to watch. I guess that guy's gonna get his outfit changed here. You heard Princess Frog, right?
Princess Robinson.
You want to state your full name, sir, and date of birth?
Prentice Robinson, 8/16/96.
And
You guys, I swear to God, we are not. I mean, what else? Is it Francis or Princess? It must be Francis. Wow. I am hearing Princess Frog all over the place. Princeton. Is that it, Yvette? Okay. Princess Robinson, right? Oh my God. I swear to God, I don't know. Go on here. Oh.
you were before me today, you've been arrested on an in-state warrant, and there's no bond for that. So we're going to issue you a pretrial date. You'll appear for pretrial on August 22nd, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. in Courtroom 1B here at the Vermillion County Courthouse. Written notice will be given. Now, again, you need to show up for your hearings, and if you don't show up for your hearings or your trial, you could be tried in your absence or sentenced in your absence. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. I have a question though.
Now's not the time to be asking anything about your case. Talk to your attorney.
Is this one of our cases, Your Honor?
I don't have the information that shows. Do you show on our docket, was it a PD case?
I think, look. I'm only asking since it's set so far out.
Judge, it looks like, first appearance, April 16th, failed to appear. Summons was issued. I don't see that anyone was appointed. Summons returned unclaimed. It was sent to a new address. The new date, 5/16, defendant failed to appear, warrant
He
issued.
didn't show any of them. Maybe I ought to appoint you.
Yeah.
Mr. Robinson,
Yes, sir.
our information shows you do not have an attorney at this time. So if it's agreeable with you, I will appoint the public defender to represent you today. Now, if you decide to get your own private attorney, you can do that at any time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay if I appoint the public defender to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
And Your Honor, I'll have to send this along to the misdemeanor division. We'd ask to defer any, I don't know what is. I don't know how to sort out the no bond situation, Your Honor, but I'd like for the misdemeanor division to review that, if that's all right,
that's fine.
if we can reserve that, thank you.
Okay, that'll conclude your hearing today, sir.
Very perhaps.
And Your Honor, what was the charge? We know?
Driving while
Yeah.
license suspended.
Oh,
Classic. Driving while license suspended. As Judge Middleton will say, they get on the license suspended merry-go-round and they cannot get off. Not yet, Mikey. I haven't yet. Did you? But Heather was here earlier. There's a call-in raid. I'll have to go back and watch it. Oh my gosh, Julie, look at you. Thank you so much. Guys, make sure that membership gifting is turned on. Thank you so much. We do members only every week on Sundays. Yesterday's was actually very fun. We watched a YouTube video that I really like from a channel I love. Some described it as food porn. I would not argue with that. Okay. Asking the questions everybody's asking. Is he wearing pants? I think so. Fun fact, Loud, I was not arrested, but I once forgot to renew my driver's license because I was just lazy mostly and never looked at my driver's license, and I didn't buy anything that needed ID. Like, it was just not on my mind that it was expiring, and they pulled me over because my license plate showed up that the owner of the car didn't have a driver's license, and the cop was like, "I'll let you park it here." He didn't tow it, and then I was like, "I haven't ever had a ticket before." He's like, "Yeah, no, you're right. You really haven't." I was like, "I really didn't know." He's like, "Just go deal with it on Monday." And I was like, "Yeah, no problem." So I went down on Monday. I got all the license taken care of, done everything. And then 3 months later, I got a letter in the mail from the superintendent of motor vehicles saying that they were going to suspend my driver's license for 6 months due to my unsafe driving record. And I was freaking out, and I had to appeal it, and you have to pay to appeal it. Luckily, long story short, I won that appeal. My license was not suspended, but I had to write a letter where I promised that every year on my birthday, I would look at my driver's license to make sure that it would not expire. And I still do that every year.
Oh, okay.
What?
Davey Rodriguez, Judge.
okay, be right with you.
Yeah, do you make you?
The
Oh, is Courtney still here? Courtney?
Yeah, I got it.
Courtney, please report in the chat.
Protocol, protocol 24 CM 318, Katie Rodriguez, appearances.
Tom O'Bannon for the people.
You want to state your full name, sir, and date of birth?
Rodriguez, 42503.
And do you read and do you write English language?
Yes, sir.
And the purpose of this hearing today is to advise you of the charges against you, go over possible penalties and your rights in the proceeding, and enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Do you have your own attorney?
I wasn't able to get a hold of him, so not right now.
Okay, I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you, and you can hire your private attorney at any time you want. Public defender is present here in court, just so you know that. Now, you've been charged by way of information in 24 CM 318 with count 1 battery, class A misdemeanor, and that on or about May 25, 2024, without you knowingly and without legal justification made physical contact of an insulting or provoking nature with George Snow by striking him on or about the head in violation of Illinois law. Class 2 charges assault, class C misdemeanor, and that on May 25, 2024, without lawful authority. You engaged in conduct which places another in reasonable apprehension of receiving a battery by yelling aggressively at partygoers, claiming he was going to shoot up the party and grabbing at his waistband as if he had a gun in violation of Illinois law.
I'm sorry. It's not funny. Oh my God. These are the first times I've ever heard Illinois law like this. We listen to what I call the breadbasket of law to Michigan, Georgia, Texas, Washington State, a little bit of Florida. Those are the breadbasket states. And so you get used to the way that they read things, the way that the charges sound. This is different, and that's why I'm laughing. I'm also reminded of the time I went to Chicago and I went out in the middle of the night by myself because I'm a grown-ass lady and I'm allowed to do that. But everybody that lived in Chicago was very concerned to hear that I did that. I had a great time at 3 o'clock in the morning going and getting pizza by myself. But when I got home after that trip, I did read that there was like 73 drive-by shootings that weekend while I was in Chicago. So not great. But I didn't realize it was a specific crime to like make party goers think. Like, did you hear what he said? He got mad at party goers? Were they making fun of his facial hair?
And that on or about May 25, 2024, without you knowingly and without legal justification made physical contact of an insulting or provoking nature with George Snow by striking him on or about the head in violation of Illinois law. Class 2 charges assault, class C misdemeanor, and that on May 25, 2024, without lawful authority. You engaged in conduct which places another in reasonable apprehension of receiving a battery by yelling aggressively at partygoers, claiming he was going to shoot up the party and grabbing at his waistband as if he had a gun in violation of Illinois law. Count 3, disorderly conduct, class C misdemeanor, and that on the 25th day of May, you did engage knowingly in certain conduct, yelling aggressively at partygoers, excuse me, claiming you were going to shoot up the party and grabbing at your waistband as if you had a gun, such an unreasonable manner as to alarm or disturb the various party goers and to provoke a breach of the peace in violation of Illinois law. Now, these charges, class 1, class A misdemeanor, that's punishable up to 364 days in the county jail, public safety building, 2 years probation, or a $2,500 fine. Count 2, the assault is class C misdemeanor, which is punishable up to 30 days in the public safety building, 2 years probation, and a $1,500 fine. Count 3, that's a class C as well, disorderly conduct, that's the same punishment. 30 days, public safety building, 2 years probation is possible, and a $1,500 fine. Now, at this time, I want to advise you that you have a right to a jury trial or a bench trial in these matters. You have a right to an attorney and state the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. At this time, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf on all 3 charges, all 3 counts, and I'm going to ask for a proffer from the state.
Thank you, Your Honor. In this matter, the defendant was initially an invited party goer at festivities at the address of 1731 Murray Clark Road in Danville. Throughout the evening, he became more and more unwelcome. Eventually, he got into some sort of verbal and threatening altercation with the wife of a man named George Snow, who then approached the defendant in defense of his wife. The defendant reacted aggressively toward George Snow. He struck Mr. Snow in the head. Eventually, they tussled off of over the railing or through the railing porch on the ground. Mr. Rodriguez was told to leave the party by the host, Donald Jenkins. He left and then shortly thereafter returned, calling attention to himself. Once people were paying attention, he threatened to shoot for everyone, indicated that he had a gun. His shirt is big on him, as you can see in the video, but indicated that below the shirt in his waistband was a gun and that he was going to shoot and kill everyone. His mother asked him to leave. He told her, essentially, Mom, take my gun before I kill someone. The police responded, found him nearby, could not find a gun. No one actually did see a gun. It's just the implication that caused the assault and the disorderly conduct. Judge, the most import is a defendant is on bond in 23 CF 268 for an aggravated discharge of a firearm, where again there were some people who engaged in a physical or a verbal altercation with acquaintances of his. He responded by pulling out a gun and shooting at them, hitting a car 3 times. In that case, fled back into his house, the house he was staying at. Would not come out for the police. Police got a search warrant eventually, searched the house, found him in different clothes. There are 3 eyewitnesses that, ID'd him, pretended he wasn't him, and then they found a gun hidden in the house that had been like a clean of DNA and fingerprints.
Now, that's on the case where you're asking.
Correct, that's his criminal. I'm just giving you his
Now,
criminal history.
I did,
Can I say something about that case?
no, wait, I'm talking now, just wait. And you listen to your attorney now. Now, let me explain here. First, I want to find that from the evidence presented in CM 318, 24 CM 318, the court finds that there is probable cause that the offenses charged were committed and that it committed the offenses. And I'm going to schedule the next hearing date on these cases for 3 counts in 318 for August 22nd, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 1B here at the Vermillion County Courthouse. And you'll be given written notice of that time. Now, you need to show up for all your appearances, and particularly for your trial. If you don't show up for your trial, you could be tried in your absence, and you could be sentenced in your absence. Do you understand that, sir? Do you understand that?
Sir.
Out loud. Okay.
I thought-
Now, I want to address, before we go any further, I didn't call, I'm going to call this. You want me to call the petition to revoke?
Yeah, please.
28 CF 268.
23 CF.
Okay, it's 23.
No.
268.
That's
You
so
want
funny.
to arrange on that?
Judge, I'll introduce it by saying that based on the allegations contained in the new case, the new CM, people would suggest that if people are asking to put the defendant on pretrial, pretrial release conditions, then immediately revoke them or deny them in the alternative. He's on bond right now, which, legally means nothing.
Well, I'm not gonna hold him on that petition to revoke. You're gonna have to set it for hearing and submit your evidence.
I'm asking. That's fine, Your Honor. I'm asking to have that hearing set for Tuesday.
Objection.
Would he be given notice then for Tuesday? Is that how it would work?
Oh, it's right now. Right there.
Written notice?
Yeah, the clerk.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, just give them notice for Tuesday, Judge. If you're not, I was hoping you would detain them, Judge.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we could possibly do that, so,
I don't think I can detain him.
Okay.
Tuesday is fine, Judge.
Okay, you're on the petition to revoke your probation. You're gonna get a hearing on that Tuesday.
Just to be clear, it's not a petition to revoke his probation. It's a petition to.
Revoke pretrial release of some kind, is that right? Wait, is he on bond?
Hold on, everybody. I'm confused. Everybody be quiet, please. When a person's on pretrial release, was he on probation?
No. It's on bond.
Okay, he was on pretrial release. That's other case.
Well, not on pretrial release, because he was posted $7,500 or something. So
Prior to the new act?
prior to the new act.
Okay,
So what we're doing is seeking to
revoke his bond.
revoke his bond and put him on and detain him under the pretrial fairness act.
Well, I don't know. There's several factors there.
I suppose it's not a plea deal.
Would you be quiet? Thank you. There's several factors there. I don't have them on the tip of my tongue, but there's some issues there, whether and how that can be done.
I think, Judge, probably the safest thing is to release the defendant on pretrial release. In a sense, grant my first request is to put him on pretrial release.
Okay.
Conditions of those being no contact, no entry, and then set up a date for the people's petition to revoke the pretrial release and detain them.
Based on 23 CF.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you. Now, do we have a date we want to give?
Well, I'd like to give it up to Tuesday, but I don't know if that,
I don't think that's enough time.
he has his next date in the shooting case is, July 1st. I'm asking for an earlier date than that.
Okay, so it says here. No, that's not it. I think there's something in Illinois that changed about Pretrial Fairness Act, which abolishes cash bail in Illinois. But I don't know. I just Googled it very, very quickly and unsatisfactorily.
Earliest date that Your Honor deems it appropriate. I mean, a 1 week, 2 weeks, it'll be at 9 o'clock and
Well, I just think with the holiday, I don't think that's another sort of expense.
I understand.
Go out, do you want to go the end of this week? That's fine, or the first part of next week?
I was fine, Judge.
How about the first part of next week, Your Honor? That'd give I think he's got Mr. Patel in his felony case. I'm sure he's going to call on him. And it's actually that felony case, which is the one that's being affected by this
So
motion.
in 23 CF 268, the hearing to revoke bond will be held. When would they ordinarily occur?
9 AM.
9 AM,
Oh, something.
107. We want to pick Friday.
No,
I just love how the judge was so fed up with him. He was just like, would you be quiet? Man, this has been an interesting docket. I'll definitely be checking them out again if I can.
Monday or Tuesday of the following week would be better, Your Honor.
Someone's gonna notify Mr. Patel.
June 3rd or
So I
June,
would tell
Okay.
June 3rd or,
Let's do it June 4th.
June 4th.
That'll give you plenty of time.
But then, so today, Mr. Rodriguez is being put under the auspices of the Pretrial Fairness Act and released with those conditions.
Okay, let me first be sure he understands. You're gonna have a hearing on June 4 at 9 AM in courtroom 107 in case 23 CF 268. That's a hearing to revoke your bond that you're out on in that case. Notice will be set in writing. And you can send that down when we send the conditions of the trial release order. Now, back on 24 CM 318. The state is not asking for detention. So we're going to release you on conditions of pretrial release. Is it a detention eligible offense? It is, okay. The defendant is not charged with a detention eligible offense. And you'll be released under the following conditions. You have to appear in court, answer the charge as ordered until discharge or final order of the court, submit to orders and process of the court, not violate any criminal statute of any jurisdiction, file written notice with the clerk of the court within 24 hours after change of address. And in addition to those mandatory conditions, we're also going to order the following conditions. No contact directly or indirectly with
George Stone.
STONE.
Yes.
Is that George Snow?
Snow. SNOW.
That's okay.
Thank you. And
No contact with George Snow
Donald Jenkins.
or Donald Jenkins.
One question about that one, that's my mother's neighbor.
You need to wait till we get done and then your attorney can talk on your behalf.
And no entry to 1731 Murray Clark Road.
1731 Murray Park Road. No entry, okay. Now, wanting to report to pretrial services,
Oh, yes, please.
report to pretrial services and comply with their reporting requirements. Not leave the state of Illinois without permission of the court. Refrain from possessing a firearm or other dangerous weapon. Okay, the court will review these conditions of release at each subsequent hearing, sir, and determine if they're necessary to ensure your appearance in court and the protection of any third person or other parties. You'll receive a copy of these conditions of pretrial release. What's your current address?
Right now, around a little away, Alexander is my most place I stay, or 1733 Murray.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. I was trying so hard to just not dox him, and then he just bounces his mouth off. God.
Within this next week, getting back on my feet.
Okay, what's your current telephone number?
217-806-3.
Now, I want to read you your appeal rights regarding pretrial release. An order regarding pretrial release has now been entered. The court will revisit the order regarding pretrial release at each subsequent court appearance, regardless of whether a motion for relief is filed. During the pendency of this case, you have the right to appeal any order regarding pretrial release. In order to appeal, you must first file with the circuit court a written motion for relief from the court's order regarding pretrial release, identifying all grounds for such relief to be granted. Any issue not raised in the motion for relief, other than errors occurring for the first time at the hearing on the motion for relief, shall be deemed waived. After ruling on the motion for relief is made by the court, you may initiate an appeal to the Fifth District Appellate Court by filing a notice of appeal with the circuit clerk at any time prior to conviction. If indigent, you have the right to be furnished without cost with a transcript or audio-visual communication or other electronic recording of the proceedings of the hearing. If indigent, you also have the right to have counsel appointed on appeal. Now, a copy of this order will be sent down for you to review and sign before your release today. I'm going to enter this order instead on May 26, 2024. And I'll fill in, this case was.
Yay! Thank you, Julie. Gifting, becoming a member, you rock. Great, great, great. Love it. I don't know. He's still obviously out on pretrial release, so suffice it to say, probably not as much as we would think. I have to tell you, we ain't in Fulton County anymore, where it takes a lot more than fucking whatever, like the weekend to get in front of a judge to be have a bond redetermination hearing. But yeah, pretrial.
Doing this until August 22nd, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 8:30. And courtroom 1B. Here's students' corrections and release order and parents order.
I think he's our last case for this evening. Oh,
On
sir.
the initial appearance order, we had both of these cases listed. Shouldn't we just have the 24 CM 318 listed? He's not initially appearing in the other.
That is correct.
So I'm going to strike that other. Off.
I do misspell a lot of words.
Thank you.
I've been
I
working
think
on.
we covered everything. Any questions from either side?
Is he supposed to report to trial services tomorrow, Tuesday morning?
Yeah. Now, you have to report to pretrial services Tuesday morning. Courthouse is closed tomorrow. And they're on the second floor.
They're on the third floor, all the way in the back, by courtroom 3B.
Oh, is it the courthouse? Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can I ask one question about my pretrial release, the conditions, just real quick? So how far away do I have to be from Donald, because it's my mom's neighbor, and I just don't wanna make a mistake. Like, it's just, they're next door neighbor, I won't talk to
Get out of
him.
his property, don't approach him, don't talk to him. If he comes towards you, go back in your house. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, that'll conclude your hearing.
Let's see. That's all I have, Judge.
Thank you very much.
Wow. Wow. Very interesting. Definitely fun and new for us going to Illinois. We do this court thing every single day of the week, pretty much. Sometimes I take Saturday nights off, but not often because I love hanging out with you guys. Anyways, tomorrow's Taco Tuesday. Please keep that in mind. If you need to prep for tacos, do that. I hope that you had a wonderful evening. Happy birthday to Heather. Thank you all to the new people that have subscribed. As a final reminder, please check and make sure you've subscribed. I would love to get to 2K by the end of May, but that depends on you. Anyways, remember that I love you. I am proud of you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. I said bye.